I'm Monica McAlpine, author of Winter Bride, a collection of poems that traces my mother's struggle with early onset Parkinsonism and my struggles growing up as one of her caregivers. It began when I was about 7 or 8. Her girdle. I don't want to begin. Those metal ribs, stiff cloth, will rasp my knuckles. It's pretty though, with its ribboned wings, pink like my doll's flesh, unfolding above the eerie gray-white of her thighs. She lies face up, her spine against its spine, her doughy belly. I know it will mound up the more I try to squash it, the more I strain to make wing touch pretty wing. Let go, start over, try harder. The hooks move closer to the eyes. To fit one into the other, not a task for her palsied fingers. 1, 2, now it's easier. A dozen to go, all down the front of my mother's girdle. Hook and I, she and I, hook and I. As my mother's symptoms progressed, one that troubled me especially was the so-called Parkinson's mask, the result of paralyzed nerves in the face. Knowing, not knowing. Wasn't I grateful not to know, and racked, desperate to know the mother I couldn't see? Hidden mother, inside everyday mother, every day losing more control. Buttons, bladder, fork, flush, hairbrush. What was it like for her, there, inside? Her face, immobile, not by choice, couldn't tell, she wouldn't tell. My imaginings, appalled yet pulled, to reach that woman who was more than the one I fed, toileted. Not knowing, and how I felt about not knowing, and wanting to know, and the fear of knowing, and how I felt about my fear. One day, bursting out, she said, "Isn't it sad? Isn't it so sad?" As if she stood outside herself, an audience for an actor who had donned her tragic mask. The journey recounted in my poems has many twists and turns on an inescapably downward path, but near the end, I recall the lovely young mother I hardly knew. Beautiful among snowbanks. On a sidewalk walled high with snow, my still youthful mother in her best coat, the sheen of her wavy hair, a match for its gleaming black fur. A still photo. She won't walk. I can't make her. How did my mother walk? Did she swing her arms? Her hips sway? Her toes point in or out? Would I have recognized her by her gait? If only I could see her striding across a brilliant snow-covered field. She's moving away from me, but she stops, turns, and at the forest's dark edge, waits for me to catch up.